Snippity snap, my fellow human beings and our fellow creatures of the cosmos. I'm Sam the Giganfan, and today we're going to be talking about everything that will be hopefully coming to the channel in 2023. So, in case you guys are new here and you don't know what these videos are, these are basically the big annual update videos that I do, just talking about the things that are going to be hopefully coming to the channel in the coming year. I've been doing these for quite a few years now. I think the first one that I properly did was back in about 2018 or so. Before we talk about everything that's going to be coming in 2023, though, I want to quickly talk about everything that happened in 2022, give my own thoughts on all the stuff that I put out. In general, I am very happy with my content output in 2022. Not only did I hit my self-imposed quota of at least 5 videos, not only hitting that, but actually making a couple more, hitting 7, which isn't a lot, but you know, I didn't think I'd be putting out that much, so I'm happy with it. In general, I'm also happy that I was able to expand my content a little more outside of just the general Godzilla topics and get more into other kaiju related media and just other things in general. And I did that with my Ultraman Tiga review and my first episode of the Gamma retrospective. And I even dabbled a little bit back into the dinosaur documentary territory with the review of Prehistoric Planet. There were quite a few things that were left out from last year's update video that I wanted to talk about this year. The big ones, of course, being some of the bigger videos and diving deeper into more broad general kaiju genre topics. And thankfully, that stuff should be happening this year too. Starting off with the big videos, first and foremost, the main reason that I didn't do those outside of just procrastination was also just because there were certain circumstances that I think would have probably hurt the videos if I released them now. Like, for example, I'll just use the two that I really wanted to get out, those being the Rebuild of Evangelion retrospective and the Jurassic World trilogy retrospective. With Rebuild of Evangelion, I wanted to wait until I saw 3.0 plus 1.0 in theaters before I said anything about Rebuild, just because, oh hey, maybe my thoughts on the final movie will change if, you know, I see it in the theaters, because, you know, seeing a movie in theaters versus seeing a movie at home, it makes for a different experience. Spoiler alert, it didn't, but also along with that, the new 3.0 minus 46 hours OVA is going to be released on March 8th, and we also already got a couple of screenshots from that, which make it seem like it's going to be a pretty big deal, so I might just wait a little bit longer on that one, at least until that comes out, just so I can get like a more official viewpoint of everything, I guess, if that makes any sense. And as for Jurassic World, I did want to talk about it in December, as well as a few other dinosaur related things, which I'll get to in a minute. But I figured it would probably make more sense just to wait a little longer, let Dominion sit with me for a little while longer before I actually, you know, talk about it. Because at that point, the movie would have only been like 6 months old, and I don't think that's necessarily fair to talk about, you know, some movies that are almost 8 years old and compare it to a movie that's about like 6 months old. You know what I'm saying? The other big video that I wanted to do, but I didn't get around to, was the Monsterverse Godzilla analysis. That one kind of sort of just was lack of motivation to do it. Well, okay, that's not necessarily the right term. I really do still want to make that video. It's just I really need to sit down and properly put my thoughts on paper for that. You have to understand that there is a lot I have to say in regards to the Monsterverse Godzilla films. So that would be a utterly massive undertaking. A very big Monsterverse Godzilla analysis video is something I've literally been wanting to do for upwards of, I think, 3 to 4 years at this point. If anyone at all remembers when I was hyping up the Godzilla King of the Monsters rewrite, this is sort of just like the natural extension of that, or somewhat natural extension, not entirely natural, but whatever. And then, of course, we have all that new Monsterverse stuff like the Apple Plus show and Godzilla vs. Kong 2 coming out. So I definitely want to get it out sooner rather than later, but once again, who knows when that's going to happen. I do want to at least get one of the 3 big videos out this year. No word on which one that'll probably be, but I do plan on doing that. But next topic on the board, I want to continue diving deeper into the wider world of kaiju and tokusatsu media. I had a lot of fun talking about Ultraman Tiga and the first 2 Gamera films. They weren't the highest performing videos on the channel, the Gamera one especially, but it was just fun to actually talk about something that isn't Godzilla for a change, for once. These two I absolutely want to talk about more and more. Ultraman is much more guaranteed, especially with the recent theatrical release of Shin Ultraman, which I did see, and I am working on the review for that right now. I'm not going to promise that it's going to be the next video, but my hope right now is to get it out before the end of the month. Aside from Shinman though, there is a lot of stuff I want to talk about more with Ultraman. Of course, I still have the rest of TDG to review. I did Tiga last year, I still have to do Dyna and Gaia, and then there's obviously a whole slew of other shows I really want to get to. The Showa era and New Gen are currently the big ones for me right now, and then there's also any other Heisei series that just kind of sounds appealing to me. Ultraman Decker is also wrapping up as of this weekend, and by the time this video comes out, it'll probably already be done. I know the movie is going to be coming out in February, and it's probably going to be like released on Ultraman Connection for like $5. So I'll probably just wait until the movie comes out before I talk about Ultraman Decker as a whole. And then this summer, I'm probably going to talk about the new Ultraman show. No promises on how I'm going to review that, but I'm thinking of doing something similar to what my friend GPTV did, where he reviewed the episodes monthly, where he talked about every episode that came out in that particular month. We'll see what happens, but I do want to expand out into Ultraman more. And then as for Gamera, I want to at least try and speed up the production of the Gamera retrospective. Little behind the scenes trivia. The Gamera retrospective didn't just start out as me reviewing the first two Gamera films. It was originally going to be everything from Gamera the Giant Monster up till Gamera vs. Virus in a big 4-movie video, but I already had the first two parts scripted out when I thought, you know what, I could just make a video out of this. It's been like 3 months since my last video, so I'll just throw out something, do that, which in hindsight was probably a mistake because I just made more work for myself, but whatever. So at least for right now, the rest of the Showa era will just be reviewed as 2 movies per video, and then a Heisei trilogy will be its own video, and then Gamera the Brave will be its own video. As for anything else I really want to talk about, aside from any of the carryovers that I didn't get to last year, stuff like Kong Skull Island I still really want to do, Rex the Dinosaur Story I really want to do, but aside from those, I don't really have many other plans aside from Ultraman and Gamera. When Shin Kamen Rider gets its US release, I'm gonna talk about that because I am just the worst kind of Anno shill. And then I do have a plan for something in October. I'm not gonna say what it is, and I don't have any promises on if it's going to happen, but I am planning something for then, and hopefully it's gonna be really fun. And then aside from diving deeper into Kaiju and Tokusatsu, there is also plenty of brand new stuff coming out this year. I already talked about the new Ultraman show that's coming out and Shin Kamen Rider, but there's plenty more than just that. First of all, Gamera Rebirth, we're getting a new Gamera thing, which I'm a level with ya. I didn't think that was gonna happen, and I was kind of hoping it wasn't gonna happen. That show is kind of the reason why I wanna go full speed ahead with the Gamera retrospective, just because I wanna have it all done by the time Gamera Rebirth comes out, but I will absolutely talk about Gamera Rebirth. There's also gonna be a new Toho Godzilla film releasing on November 3rd. Legitimately cannot wait for that. If that releases in 2023 in America through like Fathom Events or whatever, I will absolutely review it. That is a guarantee and a half. And then any other stuff that'll be coming out or be getting like trailers and content or whatever, like the Apple Plus Godzilla show and Godzilla vs. Kong 2, I will do hopes and concerns and other thoughts videos on those as well. And also for all the other new stuff that'll be happening this year as well. And then one last thing I want to bring up for 2023 is that this will be the last year that you will see the 50th Memorial Box Gigan figure as my avatar person thing, whatever you want to call it. There's 2 simple reasons for this. The first one is I've been using that figure as my online persona since 2017, but that first model was admittedly kind of awful. And then in 2018, it got a slight upgrade before finally achieving its final form in 2019 with the purple eye. So needless to say, it is time for an upgrade, and thankfully we are finally getting that. So in case you guys don't know, if you're not following the whole collecting scene that much, SH Monster Arts finally announced their Showa Gigan figure, which First of all, this thing looks utterly gorgeous. I talked about this on my Twitter a little bit, but if the look of this thing is consistent from prototype to official release, then this will be the best SH Monster Arts figure ever made. No accessories be damned. This thing is peak. I will absolutely be getting this. I am actually seriously contemplating pre-ordering it. And because it's SH Monster Arts, because it is so incredibly posable, it'll lead to a lot more of an expressive character avatar than I've ever had before with the Bandai figure. So I don't know when exactly this change will be coming in because, like I said, I am still seriously debating pre-ordering this from Japan. So either it'll be like July at the earliest or like the end of the year at the latest. But either way, this will be the last year that you will see the Memorial Box Gigan as my avatar, which is somewhat poetic because going into 2024, that'll be my 10-year anniversary on being on YouTube. I feel like we're ushering in a brand new era. So yeah, that'll be fun and exciting. So that pretty much does it for everything I really wanted to talk about that'll be coming to the channel in 2023. There may have been a couple of things that have been left out, but in general, this is what I want to push for in 2023. I was very happy with my 2022 output, like I said earlier, and I definitely hope to put out more content this year than I did last year. And I certainly hope that you guys will be joining me on this journey to hopefully make 2023 better than the last year. But anyways, what did you guys think of this whole update video thing? Are you excited for what's coming to the channel this year? Personally, what do you guys want to see? Is there anything that I didn't mention here that you really wanted to hear? Be sure to put that in the comment section down below. And also be sure to follow me on my social medias and join my Discord server, which are all linked in the description below. Either way though, I am Sam the Giganfan, reminding you all to have a great new year and telling you all to wash your hands. Bye-bye, everyone.